Knicks. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good, man. It's all great. You know what I'm saying? I'm loving it. I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, and just like I was telling, man, with the contracts coming up, man, with this TV deal, man, guys gonna be making 80 or $100 million per season soon, man. You know what I'm saying? Within the next 10 years, man, because of this TV deal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's crazy the amount of money that's out there. I mean, I know they talk about the aprons with this new cap, but when you sit there and you see that money that they're bringing in, it's like, wait a minute, this for me, it's not fully registering because what is it, $76 billion,
Yeah,
but
Yeah,
yet and
11.
76
still
million.
but
Mm-hmm.
yet and still you have this new hard cap that you're imposing and making it difficult. Who's going to be getting that money? I mean, how are the players going to get their share of the pie? Because if you have a hard cap at a certain level, the rest of that money is going where? I mean, in the NBA, it's flush with money. So it just baffles me sometimes. When I sit down and I try to think about the money that's going on out there. But hey, as long as you keep giving us a quality product, and as long as the Knicks can go and win a championship, that's all I care about in the end.
I want to say so. I don't even know what the salary cap is like by that time. If we think gonna go up to 250, $300 million salary cap, you know what I'm saying? If they going up, I mean, they getting all this money. I mean, the cap can't stay the same. It can't be like what 100 and
Mm-hmm. It's going to
Mm-mm.
keep going up and up and up and up and up. It's going to keep skyrocketing. Yep.
you know what I'm
Exactly. I mean, when you sit there and
saying?
what's up, Jacob, man? Thanks for being here, man, and
Good,
following
Jake.
us. Make sure, Jacob, you go to everybody's channel and you hit the like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. So, you know how we do. But um, it's
Daniel Berry.
crazy when you sit here and you think about it because I sit here and I say, look, the next contract for Jalen, which he can opt out in about 3 years, he can end up getting 35% of the cap. So
Mhm.
yeah, like you said, what is the cap going to be? And then with all this TV money, and now you're going to all these other stations, how I mean I'm trying to process. I'm if for those of you who don't know, I'm big on players getting their share of the pie. I mean, they're the ones out there performing. To be honest with you, we follow them. So, and I understand owners are in the business of making their money. Don't get me wrong, but sometimes it's crazy how the owners want to get more money than the players when the players are investing as much as the owners to some extent. So, and when you see a Jalen Brunson, I mean, his next contract, you can make up what 5 years up to 413 million or something like that.
Yeah, five
Mm-hmm.
years, 18 or 3 years. What?
Yeah,
Yeah, what was it 323? 4 year,
but
323 or
that's 30. That's supposed to be 35% of the cap. So that's telling me right there the projections are the cap is definitely going to raise.
oh yeah,
Because if you're telling me that's 35%, then okay, when you break it down, year by year on average, okay, you're telling me this is what he's getting 35%. So now this is what I'm saying. Okay, this is the cap. This is what's going to. But now if I take the $76 million over, I'm $76 billion over what is it, 11 years, and you break it down, then it's like I'm sitting here trying to do the math.
like 7 billion a year. You know what I'm saying? seven
Yeah,
million dollars. They're gonna be making that money, man. They making that money,
where
man.
is all that money going? I mean, my mother was an accountant, so I grew up around numbers. So
Yeah.
it's like okay, wait a minute, the math don't add, man. The owners are the ones that's going to be eating most of that money.
Well, and you also got to think too, like the commissioner. The commissioner makes
Mm-hmm.
his salary just like the players too. So
Mm-hmm.
I get
Mm-hmm.
$50 million a
Hmm.
season. The commissioner, just like just his salary alone.
And you think about that, and that coach's salary, GM salaries are non-inclusive in that, if I'm understanding correctly. So, hello, where's the money going? Owners, where's
Right.
the money going? And unless I'm overlooking something, I just say the owners are the ones really, they're the ones really benefiting for the most part.
Yeah, I just got to see more of it. I have to see more of the. I just know that the amount 11 years 76 billion, but I don't know how it breaks down and stuff like that. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
They had that's like to break it down, see how it entails, like how what is going to be for the players, what's going to be for the coaches, what's going to be for
Mm-hmm.
the owners and things like that. And then, like I said, even with that money, it's like you look at that 1176 billion, like the WNBA, you can help them out too. You get $76 billion, you can help the team. They are affiliate of your league because they're called WNBA. They're not like some other league.
Hmm.
WNBA, just like your league. You know what I'm saying? If you only, it's like, yeah, have these girls play in your arenas, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Pull the curtains halfway, if you know what I'm saying, like they used to do. You know what I'm saying? But don't be having them play in some like college arena or some little what's that event center or whatever you want to
Like the
call
Liberty
it.
did when they were playing in Westchester County,
Right.
for that little
Yeah.
bit. No, I mean, you're right. I mean, the NBA has to do better by the W. I mean, first of all, if you look at the salaries of the women, we're talking about, you know, guys making, 30, 40 million dollars, and these women, the most,
Mhm.
are making $260,000.
Right.
They make it basically what the trainers make.
Yeah, and now
Yeah.
and now you look at the Angel Reese and the Caitlin Clark, what they're bringing to the W. This draft class, what they're bringing to the W. They're bringing more eyes, man. They're bringing more eyes.
Right.
They're bringing more fans to the arena, and that's just going to benefit. And yeah, everyone needs to eat, man.
Mhm.
Everyone needs to eat, and sometimes I always go back to the owners, man. And as much as I kill the Brooklyn Nets, I have to give them the respect for what they're doing for my Liberty, though. I really do. They really are. They at least were trying to, like, get in charter flights and so on and so forth for their organization. Yeah, other organizations, or quote unquote, they didn't have the money. Yeah, okay, whatever.
Right.
I'm not, like I said, the math ain't the math ain't adding. So
Then they be saying sometimes they be like, oh, because we use the arena for concerts and things. Oh man, come on with the concerts and things, bro. You ain't having a concert every single day of the summertime. You know what I'm saying? It's like here and there, yeah. Once in a do it like we do it during the NBA season. Like when the team is away, that's when you have a concert. When they home, you know what I'm saying? Let them play in the arena.
Well, it's
mhm,
all scheduling. It comes down to scheduling, but I
mhm.
like you just said, I think they're getting more of a draw where that money now can do the numbers what that concert is doing now.
What's going
You
on,
know what I
guys?
mean?
All right.
As long as they could still put people in an arena and buy the food and the beers and
Mm-hmm.
from the concession stands, believe me, they're making their money.
Exactly, and that's why with this draft class, and I'm gonna be honest, the classes that are coming after them. I mean, you know,
Oh yeah.
me, I've been a WNBA fan since day one, so I know I'm old, so but I don't care. I've been following women's basketball since the mid '80s, so
We was in there with Teaspoon and Cynthia Cooper and
Exactly. So we're right there
okay,
alongside you with that. So
we got
don't
Tia
even worry about that.
but that's my point. That's my point in the classes that are coming after it. Like, I can't wait for Juju's class. I can't wait for
Oh yeah,
Watkins.
yeah, 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 yeah,
And
yeah.
it's like, and for those of you who don't know, I'm a big Rutgers Scarlet Knight. I mean, I'm looking at the freshman that they have that's coming in, and 5-star, and like, if you go watch her game, man, it's she's from Jersey, rep the Jersey. I'm sorry,
He's always Jersey. He's
yeah,
Jersey.
I'm
No,
Jersey.
well, let's.
So,
Yeah, man.
but her game is there, and if they develop her, that's what I mean by the women's game is going to grow, and hopefully the economics will be equal to that. And then, look, New York, let's rep. I mean, let's get double championships, the Knicks and the Liberty. That's what I'm looking
No,
for, man.
don't even jinx it by saying that
He's ready.
now.
He's ready.
Don't even start that now.
You talk
It's a
about
little too
jinx.
early for that,
You
yo.
talk about
Don't do that
all
to
right, all right.
it.
I'll be nice. I'll be nice, man. So, but
Yo, listen, I love that idea of that, but listen, it's a little too soon for that right
no, I
now.
get you. I get you. But the
You know
point
what I
being
mean?
is, we are the Mecca. New York is the Mecca when it comes to
For
basketball.
sure.
And
Right,
that's what
right.
I'm looking for. I mean, we can kill them all we want, but we need Brooklyn to step up to really say that New York is where basketball is at. Everybody wants to come to New York to play, whether it's in Brooklyn or whether it's in MSG. They want to come to New York and play, and let's make that money here, and let's really rep New York. And Brunson is showing the way, in terms of
Hmm.
doing what he did. And I all praises, all respect to him. Jersey boy. Sorry, I had to throw that in there. So but he's showing, look, we had this stigma for a while that no one wanted to come to New York. Well,
Right.
I'm sorry, Mr. KD, Mr. Kyrie. What's
Right.
up? What's up, man? I
They
mean, first,
tried. They tried to introduce that idea, but they just never. I don't know what that was that they tried to do over there.
Hey, they still went to New York,
Mhm.
but that stuff imploded over there. He's saying
I,
that
I, I
they
think I think they brought in the wrong coach at the time.
they
I
changed the coach. They
Mhm.
changed. They had a good coach. They changed them. They changed
Mhm.
the coach that they wanted. Like they didn't want.
Yeah, yeah.
Look. The thing about it is, in the end, I'm glad they didn't come to the Knicks. Thank you. You did us a
No,
big
well,
favor.
that's what I said.
Yeah.
You know what? And I told my uncle that I was like, "Yo, I'm glad they didn't come to the
Hmm.
Knicks with that nonsense because it just never panned out. All of a sudden,
No.
now they never knew how to figure it out. You
Well,
wanted to get together, and then all of a sudden, when you got together, nobody figured it out. Everybody had issues. Nah,
Exactly.
yes, keep that over
Right.
there. Keep that
Exactly.
nonsense over there.
Exactly. We got what we deserve, what we've been
Right.
waiting for the longest while. Most of it. I can go back to the days of Roy Sparrow and Louis
Oh,
Orr
don't
and
yo, don't do it to you.
go
Yeah, come
to
on. We could take it back to the King era. Come
to
on,
take it
dude. We
back,
could go.
Bernard King is my all-time fave. I'm sorry,
Mhm.
he is.
Uh, listen,
Right.
nothing far from mine either. You know
Yeah.
what I
So,
mean? So
but
when you take
what
it
I'm
back to those guys,
Yes, and that's the thing. And now after the dysfunction from Patrick Ewing era into Spreewell in Houston to now, it's like yes, we deserve this, and you know what? Let's go, let's do what you got to do. Bring the people in, and guess what? More and more cats are going to want to come to New York. So all the so-called superstars, Kyrie, KD, LeBron. I mean, LeBron, I loved you when you was in high school, but now it's like, you know what? You on the other side. You know, let's go. Let's rep New York and do what we got to do. So
me personally, I
Mhm.
want these guys to win the championship without those other guys, so that way we can say we won this championship. We ain't had no big superstar coming. That's what I want. And like I said, if they do that, then nobody can say like, "Hey, you're gonna need this." It's like, no, we don't need this. We just need a team full of determined players, hardworking players. You know what I'm saying? Blue collar players. That's what we want. Guys is dogs.
Mhm.
You need a lot of dogs on your team and guys that's gonna perform. That's all you need. You know what I'm saying? Just like how we was playing in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? I mean, only thing is like we down in health. Health was the only thing that took us out. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, but we
mhm.
still put up more of a fight with the guys that we had on the floor than Dallas did against Boston. We put up more of a fight than anybody. You know what I'm saying? And nobody wanted to see us at full strength. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm just can't wait for the season, man. It's like, yo, all I'm praying for is health. That's all I care about.
What are we doing I mean, are we bringing Precious back? Anybody know? Is he coming back or
Who knows? We have no idea.
no
Who
idea.
knows?
that,
I think they
that's
might.
my
If somebody offer him more money than the Knicks is going to offer him, he's going there.
but we
It's
got
the
his
same
bird
thing like
rights.
Harstein.
We got his
Yeah, because
bird
we
rights.
declined this option. We declined this offer. So
All of that,
Precious.
yeah.
So
Mm,
Precious can vamoose wherever he wants. He can go wherever he wants. He can go
mm.
to Hawaii if he wanted to. Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
Right.
I
I
thought
hope
we
he
had his
comes back
bird
though.
rights.
He'd be good for the bench. I hope he comes back for that. Playing the second.
Me too.
I hope he comes back because I think they declined his option because it was like $6 or $7 million. It was something like that. So
Hmm.
they probably give him some
Well,
Yeah.
other deal or something.
they had to decline that because they didn't know what Brunson was going to do
Yeah.
with his signing.
Yeah,
So that now they see what cap space they got. Maybe they'll bring him back. I don't. Who knows?
and then but
Mhm.
so the which call too is like I thought I didn't know it was going to include him in the trade, but like I said, like I was telling Coach on this show, it's like I'm glad Shake Milton helped us out.
Yeah, big
Mhm.
time. Big time.
He said a
That I wasn't expecting that. I'm not gonna lie. I was not expecting that because all I kept hearing from Nets fans is, "Oh, we want Deuce, we want Deuce, we're getting Deuce, we're getting Deuce," and I'm like, they're not giving you Deuce, but I'm like, well, what are we gonna do though to solidify this deal?
no,
Because we can't let it go down to go back.
no,
So
I know. I was saying the same
then
thing.
when I heard Shake Milton,
Mhm.
I'm like, yes,
Too.
that's all I needed to hear. So
Yeah.
you ain't getting Deuce and. Jericho, I want to see what we're going to get from him. There's
Jericho.
sometimes I'm like, there's something there, but then there's times I'm like, he looks lost. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
Yeah.
his athleticism is crazy, man. It is just,
Yeah.
you
yeah. He's
know,
been working out, so I hope he's been working out good and just keeping up the confidence and all that type of stuff, man. Because I
Yeah,
want to
but
see.
but just say all of that. But all these players that the Knicks is putting together, if everybody stays healthy, I don't see him being in the lineup like that.
but
But that's
who's the backup? Who's the backup 4 or 5 on that second unit? Because right now, when Mitchell, because you got Mitchell, who's backing him up right now is Jericho,
Jericho's
isn't
back.
And
it?
I don't trust
Cool.
Sims. Like Sims has talent. I don't. Even though Sims can fly to the rim, I don't trust Sims with his IQ. He cannot stretch the floor. He's not a great playmaker. He's not a good playmaker. He's not a bum. He has talent. He's not a
Hmm.
bum. It's just that I just don't know if Sims is gonna cut the mustard. You know.
Yeah, but I mean, but like I said, it's one thing is just like the what you call it, just the what you call it, is like depth.
Tudo.
Tudo, what's good, bro? We
Yeah.
you in Italy? You in Italy?
No,
And keep in mind,
he's
Precious is undersized. Precious is only like 6'7", 6'8".
Right,
Yeah.
but I mean,
6'8". Yeah.
yeah, but you know in the NBA, you know how that goes, and you know what I'm saying these guys can play. You know what I'm saying the way they be playing, he can play
tall.
as a 4 or 5. You know what I'm saying? So
He's a
Because
and,
big.
I thought the Knicks was going after that dude from Orlando, that
Oh,
7'2"
Mo
dude.
Wagner. Oh, Mo
no,
Not
Wagner.
Mo.
no,
No, not Mo.
to my
Jonathan Isaac.
Biotez or Diatez, whatever
Oh,
that
Goga.
Yeah.
Goga Patazi.
Didn't he
Batazi.
resign? Didn't he resign
Batazi,
with them?
yes.
Yeah, he's back to the Magic. Yeah, he resigned.
Yeah.
He resigned.
So,
Okay.
but that's the whole thing when the second unit, because it's like, you know, once you get Deuce, you got Dante, you got Hart, but then it's like, okay, where do we go from there? And that's
Well,
my only
that's why
concern.
they talk about trading Julius Randle to Minnesota to try to get Townsend.
That ain't the
I don't
move,
want Cat, man.
man.
Okay, here's the thing: whether even if you do that, okay, because you make the trade, it's still the same thing with the second unit. Because that's the question: whether it's Julius in the first unit, Towns in the first unit, who's going to be on that second unit
Well,
as the
then
big?
you change the starting lineup. You put Towns, you put OG, and then you put Bridges at the small forward, and then you have Hart or Dimancino with Brunson.
But then you look at the quality talent trade. It's gonna be Julius, and you have to increase the salary. You have to be Julius, Bobby Robinson, Juice. You're gonna have to give us some
You
players
got
to
to
salary because
the salaries have to match. That's the first thing,
That's the
because the
problem.
Knicks
Mhm.
can't bring they can't bring in more money than they're sending out. So Julius is what
Right.
30 something.
He's
So
30.
and then how much is Towns making? Towns is making
That's
close to
50.
50.
It's gonna be
So that's
50.
Oh,
going to
is he?
probably
Oh, that's right. Oh, okay.
so
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
probably
yeah.
that means that you're going to give up Mitchell. So that's two right there
Mm,
out of your starting lineup. So
you're right.
and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it
Mhm.
goes back to what do you do with your second unit? Even if you put OG at the 4, okay, I get it. That's fine. You know, whatever. But the thing is, with that second unit, when you sub out Carl Anthony Towns, that's why I'm saying, is it Jericho? Who do we? I mean,
Right,
is it one of the
right, right.
rookies that we just?
It's still back to the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm not
that's
part
what the
of this
Call
right.
Anthony talent trades bring is like it's
Get
just
ready.
like with the salary is going you have to give a Julius to somebody else too, and that's one thing you're gonna start taking away from the team.
You got it too, though, man. I'm gonna try and tap in, bro. Good luck, man. When you get back, man. I know you're gonna go out there
Yeah.
and rep well, man. So
Playing that soccer, okay.
nah, he play no rugby.
Oh, rugby. He played rugby, right?
Yeah. So look, man, that's one sport I thought about back in the day, but
Yeah.
it's too much running for my big fat ass. That's why I was like, I'm a DT, I'm a nose, I'm a one tech. I ain't doing all that damn running. No.
I
Mm-mm.
think
Well,
rugby.
well, first off, all that running with no pads, no nothing, just straight up tackles.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's just straight up. That's like playing. That's like playing. Football back in the day with
today.
nothing. Tackle football.
That I could deal with. It's just like I said, it's the running.
Mm.
It's
Yeah,
hitting
yeah.
somebody. Yeah, I could do that. That's fine. That's
Right,
fine.
right,
I
right.
get the hit, but to run, it's like soccer going from one end of the soccer court to nah. I can't do that.
Yeah, like
I'm a one tech. I'm an interior. I go a certain distance when I run, and then you know what? I'm watching all you pretty boys go running from there.
Right. Then you can take a break, recover, and get back
Hmm.
out there when you need to. Right.
Yeah. So but nah, Tudo, much love, man. I got you. But getting back to the Knicks, man.
yeah, but that's why I say I don't even see that Carl Anthony Town traded to me. It's
No.
like doesn't
Nah,
matter.
nah,
So
nah,
you
nah.
have
It
to
wouldn't
break the
matter.
team up
No,
to get that dude. It's like he's not like I said. I like Carl Anthony Towns, but like I said, sometimes he just play
No,
too
I
soft.
don't.
He
I
just
don't
play,
like him at all.
he just
He
plays too
didn't
soft
play.
and he's
for
an
me.
He didn't
average
play in the
defender.
playoffs. He didn't play in the playoffs like he needed to for his squad.
Right. And don't get me wrong. And I know, Coach, you got a soft spot because he's from Jersey.
No, I don't want him.
Oh,
I
you
don't
didn't.
want him.
Oh, he's not representing that jersey,
Me neither. I don't
No,
want
no,
Cat.
no, no. And look, he's from Peway, my area too. He went to St.
So you
Joseph
care what
in
his
Metuchen.
protection?
I know all about him, but no, no, you ain't he ain't
That
repping
dude.
Jersey.
That dude is soft as cottonelle. We don't need that.
No.
And don't get me wrong, like I said, if you look at his numbers though, you'd be like, okay, 20 something and like 10, 11 rebounds when he was averaging like that. It's like, okay, he's doing stuff. But then when you really watch the game and you see it, be like,
It doesn't feel impactful. Doesn't feel
right,
impactful.
right,
Yeah,
No,
right,
does not
no.
feel impactful.
Eh, It's like you just he's a stat stuffer. He just you could find he's just putting up his average stats, not making direct impact in the game.
And he's still getting in foul trouble because I watched some of the games. Like there's some stupid fouls he was committing, like at half court, and I was like, Carl, what are you doing? Your
Mm-hmm.
team needs you in the
Mm-hmm.
game. They need you in the game. He's getting himself in foul trouble to sit down. I'm like, bro, your team needs you.
And he's an
He
average defender. He's a average. He's not a bad defender. He's an average defender. He's not a great rim protector. He's not a great perimeter defender. It's like he's
Yeah,
nah. Like Cat has talent. Yes, he can stroke the three. Here's the thing: why trade Jr. for a dude that's worse than him? Randall's better at mid range. People need to understand: shooting isn't just threes. Mid range is a part of shooting. Mid range jumpers is a part of shooting. Cat is a better 3 point shooter. Randall's better at mid range, rebounding, playmaking. I mean, yes, Cat is better inside scoring. Athleticism subjective because they both can fly to the rim. Like, I
hmm.
don't understand Cat and Cat. Come on, yes, I mean, Cat give Joker fits in the second round and KD fits in the first round. At the same time, he could
Hmm.
even score on freaking Gafford in Washington and D Live in the conference final, man.
Yeah, I didn't know
I don't
what
want
that was
no
all about.
no. Forgive me for this word. I don't want no pussy cat. I don't want this pussy cat. It will be
Yeah.
a catastrophe in the Big Apple if we get Towns,
Yeah.
man.
Mm-mm.
Yo,
And
yo, he
that's. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, he threw. It seemed like he threw the game, like he bet on the game because he was not nowhere in that series.
I don't know
Mm.
what happened. He was great against Denver. He was solid against
Great,
Denver. What happened against
great.
Dallas?
yeah. And then when you
He
look
was,
at Dallas, I mean, you got Lively and
I think
what's that guy Guilford, but it's like Gafford or what's it's like, man, go up against some guys. You 7 foot, man. I mean,
yeah,
what do you?
posterize him. Yeah,
I just
I
think
don't
with
know, man.
the way he played, like you said, he didn't play physically, and he allowed them to bring the physicality to him, as opposed to him taking it to them. So and it messed with his head, for some reason. So and yeah, he just totally disappeared. Where what, Ant Man needed you, bro. Ant Man needed you in that series. You step up, it's a different series, and
Who knows?
you
Who
know, I,
knows? Maybe you're in the NBA Finals. Who knows? Because remember,
exactly,
the games were close. Game
Right.
one, Mavs only win by one. Sorry, my fault. Game one, Mavs win by three. Game two, Dallas only won by one. Game three, Dallas only won by nine. If you show up in those games, more than likely you're in the NBA Finals.
exactly. It's a whole
Well,
different, and that's why it's like, look, man, if you can't show up at that time, that's money time. What do you think you're gonna do in the Mecca, man? And we
Uh
really
huh.
bring it to you.
right,
You from the
right.
area, but still, man, come on, man. There's some cats who just can't handle being in certain areas. He's fine being out there in Minnesota in no man's land. Go ahead, do your thing out there,
Hmm.
get your numbers. No, no,
No.
no. He don't represent Jersey to me. Nope.
But you know they'll boo Madison Square Garden. They'll boo you if you ain't playing good in the game, man. Especially in the play, you ain't playing good, they'll boo you, man. And it's like I don't see how you got to handle that, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to bring it,
Exactly.
bring your A
You
game.
gotta bring it, rebound, play me. You gotta do something, Cat. If you're struggling offensively, rebound, play
Right.
make. dive loose balls. Do something. Do other things though.
Now, what's the deal with or rumor about Bertrand from
Yeah, he got
Charlotte?
released. He got released, and I think the Knicks one probably trying to. They say they're interested in him too because he shoot threes and stuff like that. So
But see,
that's
now that's somebody you could put on the second unit. All right. I mean, I get,
That's a decent move, yeah.
defensively, you might want to question, some of his game, but
right. No, defense is
cut
not
that
his
light
calling
off.
card.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
defense is not his calling card.
Thank you. Have a good night.
I've been known that defense
Sorry.
is not his calling card.
Yeah, but still, he also can help stretch the floor. And you know
Yeah,
what? There's certain things you can do to help offset his defensive liability. Tibbs is good at that. So
covering it up.
yeah, so and plus he would be playing with some guys who are dogs on the defensive end, even if they're in the front part, they will help him for the most part. Then and plus you're probably going to have a OG or what you call it
DiVincenzo,
no the
Tim
my
Precious.
mind no who just came over from Jersey Brooklyn.
Oh, Macau.
Mikal Bridges.
Yeah, Bridges. Sorry.
Bridges.
You could still have one of them in the starting line, and remember that's one of the
Right.
things that Tibbs did. OG was always at a lot of times running with that second unit, so you can put him at the four, which will still help out if you had a Bertrand, because Bertrand what he's going to do is spread the floor, which
Mhm.
is exactly what you want to do. It allows Deuce to try and attack the paint on occasion. You can get Devo, even Josh. Josh is going to attack and facilitate. So.
Yeah.
So yeah,
He could take
Scarlet Knights, baby,
he could
represent.
take some of Josh shots that Josh don't be hesitating to shoot because Bird's hands ain't going to hesitate. He's just going to pull the trigger.
See,
So,
I think he would. I'm not saying he's a game changer, but he's somebody on that second unit that could help and give us something, And it's not
like
going to
Bogey.
get.
He like Bogey. He could be like Bogey. It was the shooting, a little shooting.
Yeah, but Bogey was a little bit more. Bogey could still facilitate, or he can take you off the dribble a little bit.
Post you up and
Bertrand's is not like
Yeah,
that.
Bogey could, yeah.
Bertrand is really a spot up shooter.
spot shooter.
Pick and roll work in that regard. He's cool. I'm fine with that. I'm just saying he's a big body and he can give you something with that second unit. Because I'm looking at the landscape. Who can we really get? We got some young guys, but we got the last pick. I mean, I've heard everyone talk about him, but until he plays,
Come on, Ariel.
yeah.
Yeah, the 7-foot center from Germany. He's from
Aren't he playing in? Don't they play in
My
the
game
summer league today?
It's finished. It's finished. They played at 5 o'clock.
Oh, I didn't get to see it because I've been
Yeah, well,
tapped out.
I don't even know if they lost. I know their game was close, but I ain't know.
Yeah, they lost. They lost.
They lost. They lost to the Hornets.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good. But so Bert's hands so he more like a discount double check. He like Steve Novak.
In a sense, yeah.
That's the illest celebration right there, man. After them threes, that dude like hit that thing. It's like,
Yo, hey, that's all he had.
Yep.
That's all he had.
Yes, sir.
you know he
Yo,
was
but
killing that thing
yo,
with that double check though. Or
Hey.
who would have been other than that is like McDermott. I think he's still a free agent.
I thought he was with Indiana still.
I think
Yeah,
he's a
so with
free,
the Pacers, yeah.
is he? I thought he was a free agent this year. I didn't think they signed him, re-signed him back because I thought he was available.
I don't think Dougie McBuckets is a free agent.
I thought he was. I have to look on there, but might not be. But I know,
Well,
like I said,
well, speaking of free agents, what about Gary Trent? I heard that Gary Trent. Would you consider him?
yep, Gary Trent. But it's like, how much money do he want? Because he wanted some money from Toronto and he didn't want to give it to him. So now, wherever team he goes to now, he really ain't gonna get that money. He's
Yeah,
gonna-
but isn't he more of a wing player as opposed to a big?
no, he's
Yeah,
like,
he's a wing.
a wing.
He's a wing.
He's like a shooting guard.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, because remember you have Devo, you have Josh Hart. So right there, that's kind of like, you
we
bring
got
him.
way too many. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it will be too small.
So I'm looking at my focus is a big for that second unit. That's really what I'm focused on.
Right. I mean, because they want what's the name from Utah. It costs too much. Walker
Well-
Kessler's going to cost too much. So
Oh yeah, no. There's no way you can get him right now, in my opinion. I mean, Utah already said they, they
I'm talking
want.
about
First
second
of
round.
all, Danny Ainge wants to bend us over the rails and do everything he can.
Right.
That's his
Tell me
thing when it
about
comes to
it.
the Knicks.
He wants to farm Papa John. He wants to farm Papa John's pizza, a whole barn. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So it's what I love the thought of him. I like his game, his
Right.
physicality, what he can bring. But it's like
No,
what,
it's
and I
not.
understand why in some regards, looking at his game, why Utah would ask for a lot. So but in the same token, now we can get him for whatever. Then yeah, let's get him.
I thought it was one first pick, but first round pick, but I told my rejected two
Didn't
first
didn't
round
they?
picks.
But
I
I
mean,
thought they
come on,
turned
bro.
down two.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
Mhm.
Come on, man. I mean, come on, bro.
Mhm.
so I get it. No, I'm just like, you know what? No. Right now it's, what do we, it looks like it's going to be Jericho, and then we got to play the field and see what happens once training camp starts, and then once the season starts, you have to see what happens, because right now it's I look at the landscape, I also look at the money, because
Yeah.
that's the thing with me, I always look at that CBA, the new CBA now. We
Mm-hmm.
are at that second
Apron. Yeah.
apron, and it's
Mhm.
like, okay, well, we can only do but so much, so it's like, okay, you
Oh,
can't bring back.
are we added after the Brunson thing, or we added because of the Brunson thing, or because
See,
I
I
thought we
don't
still about
the
15.
Brunson deal doesn't kick in until next year, so whatever his
Oh,
salary is
no,
this year.
we still $16 million under the apron, but if we sign Precious or
Mhm.
something like that, then it's like we could still use them. Something like five of them,
See,
something
now
mid
if we
level.
get Precious, if we have Precious, then I'm like, okay, I'm fine. I mean, unless you find somebody who is going to be more beneficial. But Precious knows the system. He did give us something last year. You
I
know,
agree.
other than going up against Embiid, who in the East do you really, on a if he has to fill in for Julius, I mean, if he has to fill in for Mitchell, do you really worry about as far as the center? I
Mm-hmm.
mean, what other centers? I mean, now, I mean, I just, like I said, I just don't see any big main centers that I'd say, okay, well, if you had Precious and he had to go in and start, what's up, Earl, man? Thanks for
Mhm.
tapping in, brother. Who is he going to? I mean, if he goes up against an Embiid, yeah, we got to do things defensively to really limit his touches, especially with the other pieces that they have. But you
Mm-hmm.
know, I mean, damn, I forgot their second unit, Drummond. Can he handle big ass
Oh,
Drummond?
right,
Yeah,
true. Because that,
That's
because
big.
that was
And then
that
they
was
got Eric.
something the Knicks was looking at was Drummond, and he wound up
Yeah.
going to the Sixers too.
That's a big solid pick. If Philly's making some moves. Getting Eric Gordon too is big for the 76ers too.
I
Gordon,
know
Yeah,
six.
I
I know
forgot he
Sixers
went there
fans.
too as well.
I know
Yeah,
Sixers fans that are hating
Caleb
it. They're
Martin.
like, they hate that. They're like, why do we get Eric Gordon? I'm like, what?
I know.
He's
To
a
me
good
that was
3-point shooter.
Caleb Martin was good for them, but Eric Gordon, I don't know about that.
They just want
Right.
Eric Gordon. That's about it. I think that's about it. You know what I'm saying?
Caleb was big to me because I told my man Mitch, I said, not only is that good for you and what he brings to your unit, but you hurt Miami. You really did
Mhm.
Oh,
hurt
that's what
Miami.
I said. Right, correct.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you gave it back to them. Yeah.
So
My boy's a Heat fan, and he was saying the same thing. He's like, man, he said Caleb did that in spite, man, because we gave him more money, offered him more money and stuff like that, and he still turned
Correct.
down. He signed for a cheaper deal in Philadelphia. He's like,
well, I mean, hello, he's saying Philadelphia is going to basically be in
He
position to
think
go for a
they right there.
championship.
Correct.
Yeah,
Correct.
Miami is not. Like I
right,
was saying, when I tier it, I'm like, it's Boston, then it's New York, Philly, and Milwaukee, then it's Orlando, Indiana, Miami, and I forget one
the
more. And
Cleveland
Cleveland, yeah.
was
Yeah.
in.
Yeah, so in I mean, if you want to argue Miami is right underneath them because they lost Caleb, then that's fine. But when you sit down and you look at the East, it's like, okay, that's how it's tiered in my opinion.
Right.
So and then of course the rest of the toilet teams, led by Brooklyn. So
Mhm.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Hey, a little side note: Kyle Lowry sounds back with Philadelphia.
That's a
Roll,
good move.
Well,
roll eyes, right? Because he's trying to win that
well,
championship.
well, well. Look at their roster right now.
I know.
Kyle Lowry is their start. It was another starting guard right now because they don't have anything. unless you want to say Caleb Martin is a starting
I
guard.
mean, that's the second unit. They looking at their second. Kyle Lowry's
No,
on.
no, Lowry has to come off. Lowry may have to come off the bench because
Who's
the starting
starting?
five,
He's
the
coming off the bench.
start, the Sixers starting five would be Maxey at the one. I
Mhm.
think it will be Embiid at the five, PG at the three, Oubre at the four, and they do need a two guard. Yeah, they really need a two guard.
Unless now, if you say Caleb Martin or Eric Gordon starts, okay, but
Good point. I'll
They
start
might
Caleb
give it to
Martin.
Kelly.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
so you saying? So you
and
saying?
you know what? If you're going to put Kelly Oubre at the four against
Hmm.
us, I'm going to take that all day long because
No,
that
he's not.
means he has to
No,
go.
he's not gonna
He's
be.
going to have to go up against Julius.
No, PG gonna be at the four, and then Uber be at the three because
Oh, sorry,
Uber is only
PG at the four. My fault.
yeah Uber is only six
Yeah.
seven.
Still, PG can PG handle
No,
Julius
he,
down
no,
in the box?
he
That's
can.
my. That's why I'm saying it's like when
I know.
and that's why I tell Philly fans, some of them are like, oh, we're way better than their exact words, we're way better than you.
You know how
But
these
we're
Philly.
I've
all
heard that
we're
too,
we're
believe me.
all together now. If you want to say, you want to pick and choose at certain times, I'm cool with that. But to say you're way better, because because we got Paul George, okay.
It's a
Well,
stretch.
look,
Yeah, is he gonna be
go
available?
starting lineup.
Is he gonna be available all season though? That's the
Maxey and Brunson aren't even right now. We have Bridges at the two. Who do you have at the two? Okay. Now, if you want to say OG and Oubre, I'm taking OG over Oubre. Now,
OG, yeah.
three at the three, right?
if you want to say Julius and PG, that you want to say that's a wash, okay, I'll give it a wash. You want
Right.
to say Embiid at the center over Mitchell, okay.
Right.
So right now we have the advantage because of the two guard. Because if you start Eric Gordon, I'm taking Bridges over him.
Oh,
If
by
it's
far.
Kyle Lowry, I'm taking if now Caleb Martin for his defensive game,
That'll be
okay.
even.
And he's
But
right.
Martin can be streaky as an offensive game. That's where we can probably, but his defense probably can put some can impact Bridges. So just like you said, it's even, in that regard terms of the starting
Bro,
line. That's why I'm like, they're not way better than us.
that's what I'm saying. That's Philly fans saying that, you know what I'm saying. But like I said, you got your two main players like Embiid and PGs are they always hurt. That's the problem.
Hey,
You know,
look,
that's the problem. You know what I'm saying. Maxie will be there. You know what I'm saying. But
PG's what, 35 years old?
yeah, he's 35 years old.
Yo, bro,
No,
I mean,
34. PG's 34.
okay,
Well,
34.
I'm pretty sure he's gonna be 35 when the season starts.
So I mean, the question is, what are you going to do if he gets? And then he signed what for 5 years?
Four.
Four,
Four.
four,
Oh yeah,
4 year
yeah.
to 12. 4 year to 12.
So you're locked into that contract, especially if he gets hurt at for a significant time. So it's like, okay, okay, all right. In the East, Boston, Milwaukee, and New York is going to be a battle, man.
Well,
What's up, Wales, man? Thanks for tapping in, brother. Appreciate you. So
yo, I'm telling you, the Atlantic Division is gonna be a battle between the Knicks, the Sixers, and the Celtics. That those top three teams are gonna be
Oh,
battling
yeah.
all season long. It's gonna be
well, I want to also see Cleveland though, like you said. What are they going to do? Because didn't they just offer Mobley a big contract, or they're talking about it?
yeah. Mobley's about to get the 5 year 225 too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
Again,
now if you do that, does that mean they're trading Jared Allen?
I mean, he's still there for right now. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, but listen, I don't even care if they keep both of them because, like I said, they're not physical either. Neither one of them is physical. That's been their biggest problem.
No. It's not that. But what I'm saying is, in terms of going up against, Philadelphia,
Oh,
they,
they not like I said with Embiid and Drummond, they can't handle them because they couldn't even handle
yeah,
Mitchell Robinson by themselves. You
and
know what I'm
that's the
saying? So
point.
they definitely not handle Embiid. They too thin. They too thin up front.
Well, Jared Allen doesn't play that bad against Embiid.
He's a string bean. That's the problem. Though. He's a string bean
Mm-hmm.
though.
Mm-hmm.
So he
Yeah,
doesn't.
Mitchell
You
can
saw, you saw,
again against
Robinson gave both of them
Mitchell
a problem. He gave both of them a problem. Mitchell Robinson gave both of them a problem.
against
Mm-hmm.
Robinson and Julius, and against those two, I'm taking us. Mitchell's going to get the offensive rebounds. They can't handle that. So
Mm-hmm.
Mobley is not going to be able to handle Julius. Now
True.
he's talented. Don't get me wrong, but nah. And then what are you going to do with what's his name now that Mitchell signed back? Is Garland. Is he going to accept his role?
Yeah, I heard that too. Like he was like he's saying like if they was gonna sign Donovan, he's gonna ask for a trade. But you know what I'm saying. But I haven't seen. But they saying the
Mm.
trade market's not good for Garland right now. That's what
Mm-mm.
Cleveland's saying. So I don't know what's going on behind the scenes over there, but they need to get it together because, like I said, I wasn't too impressed with Garland either in the playoffs because they needed him to step
Agreed.
up, and he didn't
He
step
was
up in the playoffs.
not really.
In the East, the only teams I'm concerned the most with is, of course, Boston.
It's our division. That's it. Our division. That's it.
I am concerned with Orlando. Orlando did seem to give
I
us
can see.
a problem last year.
And,
Yeah,
and getting
yeah,
KCP is big for them.
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
but the thing about it, see, like the thing with Orlando is like I don't even Orlando and Boston. We never really faced them fully healthy either. So I don't know what this. I had to see them fully healthy against Orlando and Boston. Those are the two teams that we really didn't have fully healthy against them all season long, most of the season. So I have to see how this team looks against them.
Philly,
You
I'm
know,
fine with. Indiana, look, Indiana, yeah, they won, but they
yeah,
won
back,
against a decimated team. If we're at full strength, no, it's not even
right.
close. It's
Yeah, they
not.
ran it
Sorry.
back. They didn't make no big addition. Everything looked like
Nope.
they brought the same team back.
Nope. Brought everyone back, so no major additions. So, and I look, go right ahead, sit down and think that you got their guys stepped up and played some great defense. Again, we didn't have our full squad, and if it wasn't for OG getting hurt, we were going to beat them with a half a roster.
Oh no, man! I already know, man. That's why I was like, oh man, I was just feeling. I was like, man, can we just like get somebody healthy back, man? But
I
OG,
agree. At the same time, we really could have. I agree with you. At the same time, we really could have won that series anyway. We really should have won Game 3. The Nemhard three, we were
Mm.
up 9. And again, I
Hmm.
get it. I know the Knicks were injured, and I agree with you. At the same time, and again, I'm not arguing for Ben Mathurin. I'm not. I'm just saying Mathurin is the Pacers' third best player. I get it. OG is arguably a better player, and I get it. Mitch and Randall are huge too. I'm
Hmm.
saying the Pacers losing Ben Mathurin, that's key for Indiana. So
yes.
Indiana wasn't healthy, so let's be objective.
Let
Well,
me
I'm
tell
I'm
you,
just
being
saying.
objective, but the
it's
thing
been
about it is they were down one key player. We were down at what, three key players out of our starting lineup alone.
let me tell you
So
something. And Ben
I
Mathurin
I
ain't,
understand.
but Ben Mathurin ain't that type of player, bro. He's good, but he's not that type of player to make a difference like that. They would, if the Knicks would have been fully healthy, they would have mollywopped the Pacers.
I
They would have,
but that's an
I
if
agree with
though.
that.
That's
they would
if
have
though.
lost the
That's an
Pacers.
if though.
No, ain't
That's
no
an
if.
if though.
No, there's no if
No,
because I'm telling you right now,
they
if
couldn't
both
handle them.
listen, if both teams are fully healthy,
hmm
ain't nobody taking no bet that Indiana's gonna beat New York. Ain't nobody taking that bet because I'll bet you straight up that they'll sweep them or they probably will beat them in 5 games. They are better than Indiana.
Okay.
They better than
Okay. The reality still was, despite injury, we blew Game 3. We were up 2
Yes.
0
yeah.
and
Yep.
We
despite let's just go with the facts, not opinions here. We were
mhm.
up 2-0 in that
Mm.
series. We blew Game 3 up by 9. And remember, despite injury, we did win by 30 points in Game 5, despite
Yes.
injury. So I'm yes, I get it. The Knicks were injured. Despite that, we really could have beaten the Pacers anyway if we just defended. It's not like we weren't capable of beating Indiana despite
Hmm.
injury.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Correct,
but,
No.
which is
yeah, but
true.
the difference is we was playing Indiana at a small unit. That's the problem. You know what I'm saying? They had a lot of they was long. Siakam and
And
Turner were like
Turner.
they long. You know what I'm saying? They big. We was playing
I
against six.
know.
Yeah, 6'5" guys out there on the court, like 3, 4 point guards with Hartenstein was playing with like 4 guards out there with him some of the games and stuff like that. So, but like I said, and Siakam is a good player, like I said, but Mathurin, like I said, he's a good player, but he's not no superstar type of player.
I
He's
never said he was a superstar. I'm just not gonna make it seem he wasn't important. I never said he was a superstar.
No,
I just
he's
not gonna make it seem he
important.
wasn't important though.
but
He's important.
he's not the most important player. The most important player is Tyrese Halliburton. It's not Ben Mathurin. If
I
Mathurin,
agree with you.
No,
I
he said
agree
he's
with
your
you.
third best player. He did say that. But
oh
I'm
yeah,
going to ask you this, okay? Because if you're saying about Mathurin and he's important, yes, he is important, and that's a fact. But now, if you're saying with Mathurin, then are you saying Indiana is at a second tier with Milwaukee, New York, and Philly? Are you saying that, or are you thinking they're at a third tier with Orlando, with Cleveland? Are they at
To
that level?
me, to me, I think a healthy Pacers team is better than the Bucks. Here's what I believe. I think a healthy
Hmm.
Pacers team is better
Mm.
than the Bucks because I don't trust the Bucks style of play at all. I think they're better than the Cavs because the Cavs they're not that deep, and I don't think Garland and Spider Man fit. And look, I like the Magic. The Magic are a great defensive team. Their problem is scoring. They can't score. There's a reason why they blew Game 7 up by 18 against the Cavs without Allen because the Magic couldn't score when it mattered, though. So to me, if you have in my belief, if you have
Mhm.
a healthy Mathurin, again, I'm not overhyping it. I'm not.
No,
I'm
I
not
got you.
saying
I
it's a
got you.
star.
I got
I'm
you.
saying if you have a healthy
Hmm.
Mathurin, Turner, Spicy P, Hallie, I think they're. I think with the TJ, OB, etc. I think they're. Look, I think Boston, Philly, New York are better. I just don't, I just don't think. I just think Philly is just like between first to second tier around that for me. Between first and second tier around that. I think they're better than. I think they're better than every team in the East, not named Brooklyn. Excuse me, Boston, Philly, and New York. That's just me.
Right.
Hmm.
You
Okay.
know what? You know what? I could kind of agree with you. They did beat the Bucks during the season though. You know what I'm saying? They gave the Bucks a lot of problems in the season. You know what I'm saying? With the Bucks, they had that team.
They gave him fits. They was up and down
They,
the court. They couldn't stay with him.
they ran them. Them
Exactly. That was with Greek Freak on the floor. That was with Greek Freak. Yeah.
they
Right.
ran them boys. I give them that. I give them that though in Milwaukee. Cleveland, yeah, like I said, Cleveland they like a Jekyll and Hyde team, man. I don't know what to make of Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? Because if Donovan ain't playing, them other guys really ain't dogs like that. They not dogs. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Donovan makes them dogs. You know what I'm saying? When he's
Hmm.
playing out there and stuff like that. But Jared Allen, Mobley, and Darius Garland, to me, they're part of the all airport team. They look good in the airport. You know what I'm saying? Until they get on the court. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But they only got one dog on that team, Donovan. That's the only dog they got on that team. Them other guys, I ain't afraid of those guys. So I do agree that
Mm-hmm.
Cleveland is a third tier, or they could be in the second tier. I mean, but third, they in between there. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Depends on how healthy they are, and how they play. You know what I'm saying? Now Mobley and once
Yeah.
they really up their game, then it's a little bit different. But until they show me that I'll still put them down. Like I said, where you say that coach, like in the third tier or something like that.
Yeah. See, I'm always putting Indiana at that third tier. Right? For me, it's always going to be Boston. It's going to be New York, Milwaukee, and Philadelphia in that second tier, and then Indiana's in that third tier. With
All right.
Orlando, with Cleveland. I mean, I understand that they took care of Milwaukee during the season, but
Hmm.
Milwaukee can still take care of a lot of the other teams in the Eastern Conference, and that's why I'm putting them up at that second tier. So yeah, do they have to prove it in the playoffs? Because that's the money time. Yeah, but that's also another reason why. Because you know what, and Chris Middleton, I think is going to be a big key because he was in and out all year, just like we're talking about OG and Julius. He's been in and out all year. So if he's playing and he's playing to his potential, he really is a big factor to what they can do over there. So that's why I look at Milwaukee as in the second tier with us. So
I think the thing with Middleton is like he's been in and out of lineup for the last 2 or 3 years. I think that knee is just ain't gonna give him like he's always gonna have that problem with his knee. I think that's the thing with him. That's so the Bucks are looking at that too, and I know they like man, this guy's good, but I mean that injury, it's gonna be
but
every
you can
season.
make the same
It's almost
argument.
like
You
a
can
It's
make
almost like a
the
Kawhi injury. It's almost
you
like
can
a
make
Kawhi.
that same argument about Julius. Julius the last three playoffs has he
Yeah,
been
I
out
know.
because of the playoffs? I mean injuries.
But Julius's injuries are not like him like what is it like the sprained ankle, the what you
True,
call
fair.
it.
The shoulder, yeah. I mean,
A Middleton thing is like that's an injury that's like Kawhi Leonard. That
consistent.
injury,
No, that's fair. That's
that's
fair. That's fair.
that's the only difference.
That's fair. I mean,
So yeah, I mean, but that's the thing with Milton. See, it's like a guy like he's their All Star player, but they really can't trust him during the season because of the knee problems. He'll play games and he'll miss games and stuff like that, and that's what's been going on for the last 3 years with him. So I ain't gonna say he's almost like damaged goods. He still has it, but he's just damaged, man. And I don't know. I think that's gonna be the end of him with the Milwaukee probably after this season
what's up, Mitch?
or next season, whatever. Mitch, what's good, guy? Yeah, man. But
We talking about your Sixers, Mitch.
oh,
Oh boy.
yeah, he's Sixers, man. He's the Sixers,
No,
man.
he's a big Sixers fan, so
Him and
die
halftime.
hard.
halftime in the Sixers
Yeah,
halftime.
yeah, him halftime. A lot of them in the hardcore. You know, they're Sixers fan or Philly fans.
Yeah,
So
yeah, it's
you
gonna be
know,
good, man. It's gonna be very interesting this season, man. It's gonna be very, very interesting this season, man.
he's one that hates the Eric Gordon sign in, and he does not like what you call who they just Kyle Lowry. He's like, oh, he's live streaming it.
Yo,
Yeah.
Kyle Lowry's the dog for them. He's the one that's gonna be in there, fucking diving and
Hey,
taking the
but
cheap shots at players and
Kyle
stuff
Lowry
like
is
that.
like he's like that little chihuahua that's always nipping at your ankles or
Exactly,
something. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
That's
that's
all.
Lowry.
That's all that you need, Kyle. And sometimes you do. You need that dude that'll take those pot shots for you and stir the pot a little bit, get your team going, and get back in the game or whatever.
He's
but
good
but
at
I'm
flopping. He's very good at flopping and
All of
getting
that,
up.
all of that. He's part
Yeah,
of the entertainment. That's all.
yeah.
I'm gonna say
You
this
know what
like
I mean?
I don't know if he's a bigger Sixer fan than this guy that we used to work with back in the day. I mean, this guy. This is when the Sixers.
Oh
This
God.
was when the Sixers was bad. This guy used to take the games to go back home to watch it at night after you get off work to see how they lost.
Jesus.
You're like, what are you
Yo.
lost the game? They want to see how they lost the game. I said, oh man,
Yo, that's back in the day with VHS tapes and
yeah,
stuff like
yeah,
that.
that
Like,
was in
dude,
the '90s. That was in the '90s.
yo, save your money from this
Mm.
tape over the games.
You remember how you used to like program it, right? Program the tape to read
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
every single day for them games.
Mhm.
It's like, why
Mhm.
bother, dude? They lost again. Don't watch another L.
But yeah, but like I was saying, as far as like the NBA money and TV deal, man, like I said, it's going to change a lot how the salary is going to be, man, going forward and stuff like that, man. It's like we're going to be seeing a $80 million a year player. We're going to see $100 million a year player. It's like I never thought I was going to see probably in my lifetime. But you know what I'm saying?
That's
You,
sports, man.
you saw the
That
Shohei Ohtani's contract, the $700 million contract, and I'm like, whoa, you know,
that's sports, man. That's all sports, man. I
Well, you're
mean,
seeing it. You kind of seeing it. Tatum, not to cut you
mm-hmm,
off, but Tatum, 61 million already.
mm-hmm,
Yeah.
Come
mm-hmm.
on,
Him and Brown,
retarded.
$100 contract.
Yeah. So
Celtics don't sound like a billion. They got $1 billion contract. That's what I'm saying. They don't sound like to $1 billion. Like, yo, where's this second
But
apron on these guys?
that's where this owner is smart too, because putting the team up for sale, you sell while it's hot right now. It's like, yeah,
Yeah,
I'm trying to
he's
get out
right.
before I really get
Exactly. Exactly.
let me get my $5-6 billion and get out of Dodge.
Yo, take it and run. That's why Mike sold the Charlotte Hornets because he knew where
Hmm.
it was going to. He said
Yeah.
after he signed Lamelo Ball
Well,
to that contract,
Hmm.
he's like, "Mike, get out of here."
Yeah.
yeah,
Dude's
man.
contracts is getting ballooned like crazy right now.
Yeah, because Mike bought that team for like 200 something million, and he sold it for like 2 billion or something like three. It's like he bought it.
Yeah, but they're not putting people in the seats like that over in
No,
Charlotte
I
yet.
know. That's what I say. Their games, like even like one of my guys that's on the podcast on another podcast is like he in Charlotte and it's like, man, we can get floor seats anywhere, man, anywhere in the
Hmm.
stadium. You know what I'm saying? Anywhere you want. You
Exactly.
know,
It's like almost like Atlanta game.
Mhm.
yeah, Atlanta games, but you know what I'm saying? Atlanta games, they be crowded like when the Knicks, the Lakers, all those other teams come and
Hmm.
Oh
stuff.
yeah, 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 yeah.
It's to be packed. And but like I said, Atlanta, that's another team. Like I don't even know what they doing, man. I don't know what they doing. They traded Murray.
Trading D Murr for Larry Nance and Dyson Daniels. That's like trading an All Star for a Pringles chips and a soda pop. What?
I
What?
like that. I like
You
that. I
do.
like
And a
that.
Sprite. They traded D
Yo,
Murr for Pringles chips and a Sprite. Come,
right.
what Landry Fields even thinking?
Said
Yeah.
Dyson Daniels. Dyson, what is that his name? Dyson Daniels.
Yeah, Dyson Daniels and Larry Nance.
Larry Nance Jr. is like, yo, but you know they got the first pick, so they picked the foreign kid, right? Ricochet, whatever. I don't
Oh,
Ooh.
they did add that to the
think
yeah,
it's
but
like that. So I guess that's what they turned towards.
It
And
ain't
then,
Cooper
trade.
Flag. It ain't Ace Bailey. It ain't Dylan Harper.
Yeah, them dudes is coming out next year and the year after that, man. The draft is gonna be loaded the next couple of years and stuff like that,
well,
man.
yeah, the next 2 years, yeah, they another
Yeah.
2 years. Cooper Flag, yeah, he definitely gonna get the money when he come out.
It's going to be more American players picked this time because this year was a foreign invasion. Because me and my boy D was at the draft and stuff.
Uh,
He was just like, "Yo, who? What's the name?" every time they say the name, I'm like, there's like from France, from this country. I was like, oh my
Mhm.
god, the international flavor was
Yo,
crazy.
how does Filipowski and not
Yo,
get picked?
he,
Like
you saw what happened, how he slipped down. You saw why he slipped down. That off court thing, man, with that girl, his fiance, man. That's
that with the older chick. But why would that bother anybody?
because the NBA teams they're saying like like as far as like I mean because he's estranged from his family. I didn't even know that what I'm saying because of the girl and stuff like that. It's more to it than what we know. You know what
Because
I'm saying?
she's a more yeah, because she's a Mormon and people want to, go that route, and it's just like, yo,
Yeah,
who
man.
cares? Can the kid play? So what? He's with a
Right,
cougar. So what? He's with a cougar.
right,
All
right,
right, man,
Yo,
what he does in his bedroom or whatever,
right.
who's in love with is his business. So can he play? Do our eyes deceive us? Can he play? Yeah, okay then. But hey, he dropped and he's with what? He's no, he's with Utah, right?
Utah,
Utah.
the Mormon thing over there.
Yeah.
So that was the only team that what I'm saying because of the Mormon thing. I was like, yo, you know what? That's what I said. Players be knowing what's going on behind the scenes and stuff like that. The draft guys be know what's going on and stuff like that. He's gonna slide down to if Utah don't take him, then I don't know. But yeah, because they're saying like she groomed him and all this stuff. The family saying, I was like, you know what? I don't know what's going on.
I don't care about all that. Like I said,
I know.
all I cared about is if he can play. And once you start
Right.
worrying about what their religion and all that, man, I don't care. It's just, you know what? Do you keep your nose clean when you're on the basketball court? You're not out there murdering and raping people. Then I'm
Hmm.
good. I'm
Hmm.
good.
Right.
Hmm.
I mean, whatever, all that other stuff. Look, I'm just old. I'm old. I'm gonna leave it like that. I just want to see some good play, competition. You
Right.
know, if you want to take it to the old school, back to the '90s with the Knicks and the Pistons, and get some, nice forearms to the chest, that type of. Yeah, I'm cool with that. But all the
The
other
league
stuff.
would never be in that
Yeah,
direction
I
ever
know, I know,
again.
I know, I know. That
You see how
that's
soft it is now. You can't even touch a guy without them talking about
mm,
you getting a flagrant two or something
yeah,
and
yeah.
missing 3 games.
Some of it is just crazy, man. It's a hard
Hmm.
damn foul, man. You know,
Exactly. You breathe on a player. Flagrant foul. You sneeze. Tech. It's crazy.
I'm like,
Yeah.
do any of these dudes really play on the courts? I mean, they can't go to the rucker with this bullshit.
I mean, shit, what's the game? 21. Every man for themselves. That's the hardest game. 20 man. Every man for themselves. Every man for
I
themselves.
mean, I'm
You already
like,
know what's coming.
look, I'm not a basketball player. I'll always admit it. I'm a football player. And
Mm,
but you know what? I love being physical. I love, giving a forearm
Mm.
to the side, whatever. Hand checking. When you hand check, you squeeze a
right.
little bit. Stuff like that, man. All this other stuff, ticky tack and you touch the elbow, your finger graze his forearm.
Right. It's a shooting motion. You bother shooting motion. It's like, all right.
I'm like, all right, all right, all right. I'm not a shooter, so I don't know. I mean, it's just I don't know how it can look. I get it, but yeah, it's too soft. But you know what? Some of these guys,
Yeah.
Kevin
And that was like,
Durant.
even looking at the Warriors, I'm looking at their team. I'm like, bro, what did y'all do? You know what I'm saying? Because if y'all think about Buddy Hield, like the only big thing that y'all got.
And
I think
slow and D'Anthony Melton in slow mo. Really?
they got D'Anthony Melton from the Sixers and who
And
else?
Kyle Anderson,
Oh yeah,
Kyle Anderson from the T
Anderson.
Wolves.
Oh yeah, you're right. Slow mo,
another
dude.
Jersey boy,
Yeah, I know.
product of St. Anthony's.
St. Anthony's. I remember Kyle Anderson.
I remember when he
Hmm.
was the number one kid in New Jersey too. So I
Yeah,
remember.
he
So,
his
but
game.
Wow.
He has an old game, man. When I
yeah.
saw him, I was like, oh my god, he has an old game. You know what I'm saying? But it's like,
hmm
man, if there's
Well,
a player, he's slow. Yeah, he
who
moves
wins the
slow.
West then? Yeah, we already talked about the West. Who wins the West?
Well, the West is going to come down to, like I said, OKC and Minnesota is going to have to battle it out. Denver will be right there, but OKC, Minnesota is going to have to battle out, and I'll see how Sacramento's going to do. You know what I'm
What
saying?
about Dallas?
and Dallas.
Oh yeah, and Dallas because they got you
And I
know
think Phoenix made some moves too, improving their bench.
I don't think
Mm,
Phoenix is nothing. I think they're going out with a
I
whimper.
think I think their first three, their big three, just cannot figure out how to play together. They just, I mean, what's we call it? After KD
Oh,
and
they have a new coach now. They
Book,
have a new coach too.
Katie and Book.
yeah, KD and Booker seem all right, having certain level of synergy, but
Bradley
but
Beal.
Beal is just like, what are you
Mhm.
doing with him? So I can't figure out what they're doing with Bradley Beal. So
Who is their
you
coach?
know,
Who is their coach?
Mike Budenholzer, Coach Bud. Mike
Budenholzer.
Buden,
But yeah, they brought him
Coach
in.
Bud, yeah.
yeah, but is he going to be able to get the most out of them?
But
Because
with Budenholzer though, he is scoring, so they're gonna be a scoring team too because
Well,
to
they're better trying to find a point guard though first.
that's what they
yeah,
yeah.
Mhm.
But
You do need a
yeah.
point
So
guard, yeah.
and see, Denver to me, you said Denver. To me, Denver's in that second pushing the
yeah,
second tier now because they lost too many players,
yeah.
from their
Reggie
championship
Jack,
team.
yeah, Reggie Jackson, yeah, Reggie
Jackson,
Jackson, KCP.
KCP. Don't forget about Bruce
Yeah, that was
Brown.
last summer. That was last summer, yeah. And
They
Yeah,
Jeff
he
Green.
lost.
was on Toronto. He was on Toronto
He's
last
on
year. Yeah.
Toronto. So
You gotta rely on Michael. Yeah, now you gotta rely on Michael Porter, and Porter's been
yes.
way too inconsistent. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm looking at them like,
Now think about it, yeah. Denver's on the
Yeah.
decline. They on the decline. You know
so
what I'm saying? It's
you
like
know, OKC depending. I want to see how that young team does. But yeah, I look at it as Dallas. I look at it as Minnesota, and I'm keeping an eye on Memphis. I want
If
to
okay,
healthy,
see
it'll be
what
scary.
back. John Morant's back.
John
So
Morant, but it's not only John Morant. People can sit here and hate on
oh
him.
no,
Getting whatchamacallit from Purdue.
Zach Edey.
Zach Edey in that pick and roll and that big body. You could talk about his defense, man, but he's going to foul
Hmm.
out in the low
Mhm.
post, man. That dude is a legitimate 7'4", 300, and he doesn't look it. So and you get him and John Morant in the pick and roll. He has good touch in the game. He can rebound offensively. So it just and you got him with Jackson down in the front. It's like
Al,
okay,
Well,
Al,
you got to see how that works because you got to
yes.
think Memphis is at its best when they're up and down the court too. If
mm-hmm.
they
Mhm.
bring him in, they got to be more of a half court
Well,
team.
don't this the thing. Defensively, if he can get the ball, kick it out, he's a trail. So now he's creating a mismatch coming up the basketball court. They can get down the court quickly, and if they can score, fine, no problem. But if not, they can get into their offense. Now you might have him coming on the trail to with a small forward. Guess what you're doing? You're kicking it
Right.
into him, forcing the defense to collapse. Now he's good at passing.
He's getting double
So
teamed.
Mhm.
Getting double
so
teamed.
everyone talks about how slow, and yes, he's not an elite. He's not elite speed, but he causes mismatches just by his size alone,
Right.
and he showed he can hit the three. So and that's the
Mhm.
thing. If he can hit the three consistently as a big man,
Think about him, and he rebounds. He rebounds too. That's his thing. He
yes.
rebounds too. So that's another thing.
What the
So
last summer league game he had 16, 17 rebounds with 14 points.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. The thing with him is like he's going to get a lot of fouls. He's going to draw fouls because, like
Yes,
I said, when he's double teamed, he draw fouls. He gets rebound. He gets putbacks. He gets
he's
fouls. Like the dude he's active
he's
around.
old school low post game.
Right.
Right.
Definitely. So good footwork, and he'll position him. He'll get close into the paint, and next thing you know, dump it into him easy. Literally, he doesn't even have to jump to put the basketball in the net. So that's why I said I'm watching Memphis. I want to see how they develop and grow. D Rose is still over there too, right? D Rose
Yep.
re-signed with them.
Still over
Mhm.
there.
So
D-Rose was there, yeah.
you got D Rose over there. You got what you
Jackson.
call it from Boston over there.
They're doing
Marcus Smart.
Yeah. So it's like they have talent. It's just they were decimated by injuries.
Mhm.
So I want to see
yeah.
how they develop and mesh. And if they remember when Ja was on point, they were tops in the West.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
it's like okay, well, if they can get back to that, then they're going to be a team that you really got to consider. When you break it down into the teams in the West. I like the Sacramento that you mentioned. Yeah,
Mhm.
Sacramento is definitely one I'm definitely going to be watching now that they just with the recent trade. I'm like, okay,
and, and
okay,
and Memphis didn't lose much either. I mean, they
no,
still got the same guys back. They got Desmond Bain, Jaron Jackson.
mm-hmm,
You
They
yep,
still
know,
got their core. You're right. It's
Mhm.
yeah.
this injuries. This
Brandon.
injuries is
It's
at them.
injury and then Ja
Yeah.
with what happened last year. So if he just focuses on basketball,
Mhm.
he's look. I like him more than I like Zion. So and that speaks volumes. So so
That's another thing with New Orleans saying. That's another thing you got to watch for New Orleans too with Dejounte Murray now over there because they
Mhm.
needed a point guard because McCollum was not a point guard. He's a shooting guard and stuff like that. So that changed a little
Yeah.
dynamic.
mm,
I
yeah.
want
I mean, Jones. I like Jones on their team. That their defense. He's that good three
Herb
and D
Jones.
type.
Herb Jones.
Yeah, you're right.
Mhm.
You're right. So I
Yeah,
mean,
but
He's
how
good.
how much better would the Pelicans have been if they kept Drew Holiday with
oh,
Zion at that time?
I think they would have been. I think they would have been a little bit better. I think they would have been better. I think they would have been
Corey
better.
Lee, you better Corey Lee can jump on this panel, bro, for a second. You see the talk your Knicks, bro. Peace and salute, bro. But
yeah.
And
No,
I have
you're
my
right,
number in the
Mitch.
chat, by the way. I have my number in the chat if you want it, by the way.
okay, I got it.
Yeah, you're right, Mitch. They can't trade Ingram now. They definitely can't.
All right, that's all. I mean,
They
they got Ingram, yeah, they got a little squad over there.
but
We
wait
have
a
to see.
minute. Ingram, wait a minute. Who's playing what? Because you got Jones. Is Jones coming off the bench now?
Yeah,
Uh,
Jones would have come off the bench. Yeah, because
Ooh.
their starting five would be. I think it would be Murray, CJ, Bi, Trey
Zion.
Murphy, and Zion.
Ooh.
Trey
Zion playing the
Murphy.
five. I don't know about that. Yeah, they need a center,
Mm,
man. The Pels need
yeah,
a center.
they need a
They
center
they don't
because
they don't have what's the name there no more?
JV
who?
Valanciunas. Valanciunas is
Yeah.
gone. He's going to the
Nah,
Wizards.
he went
that's
to
too
the
much.
Wizards.
Oh
Because
wow, yeah.
there was talk that we were looking at him too. So
Yeah,
yeah,
he
no,
went
he went to the Wizards because they gave him the money. So yeah,
he went for
yeah,
10
Hmm.
mils.
they need a center too. Wow.
Yeah, he's some bigs. You know how they go. Some teams need bigs, man, and need some big body guys. But yeah,
Yeah,
but
but
no,
they can't do without that. They can't go small
No,
ball and think they're gonna win.
dude,
Hmm.
I don't trust
The
Zion at the
Pels.
five. No, I don't trust Zion at the
Well,
five.
you don't
No.
trust his health to stay consistent with that.
who Zion's gonna be at the five. I forgot to see
Looney, Looney's. Wait a minute. I thought. Oh, is Looney a free agent?
who.
Yeah, Looney's a free agent.
Kevon
Yeah.
Looney. Ooh.
Get if I'm the Pels, I'll snag him. If I'm the Pels, I'll snag
Hello.
him.
Kevon Looney.
Hell, what about can we get him
Kevon
as a
Looney.
backup?
Hey, I wouldn't
I
mind.
thought I thought I thought the Knicks was looking at Looney at one point or the other backup center that the Warriors had
Oh, well, he went. He signed to. I knew you were talking about the number 2 overall draft
Oh,
pick.
he's my Wiseman, James
Yeah.
Wiseman.
well, not Wiseman, the other.
That's who's on
Well,
the.
yeah, Kevin Looney was another one the Knicks was looking at, but I thought it was another person. They was, but no, Wiseman is a wash. He was over at Detroit. If he couldn't stay with Detroit and start in because since he's like Kevin Knox, like get out of here, go back to the G
Again,
League.
Kevin Knox is in the summer league right now.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like, come on, Wiseman should have. That's all he had to do was come out and play.
I don't know what happened with Wiseman. I know coming out of high school, he's one of the top rated players, and he went play for Penny and all that stuff, and then that stuff all went down. And then I don't know what happened, but he got to the NBA with the Warriors, and I thought it was going to be a good for him over there because they picked him number 2, and stuff never worked out, man.
I like
Draymond
the
got in
thought of
his head.
Drake my body
I
punk.
like
Yeah, Draymond got in his head. I guess after he saw him punch Poole out, he didn't. He was like, "Yo, you messed me up."
Yeah,
So
But see, Draymond knows who to attack and who not to attack. Because
yeah,
some real dudes,
Oh my God.
you throw hands with some of the wrong dudes, yo, bro. I don't care who the hell you are.
yeah, you know what that meme been going around with Draymond, and he did that to Ron Artest, and then he turned around and saw who it was, and he's
Hmm.
I
Yeah,
can't even
Yeah.
crazy
Yeah.
even crazier than me.
exactly. There's some dudes that but that's the NBA today anyway. So A lot of them cats, they ain't about that life.
No.
Draymond knows that. He knows that, so he can get away with it. But you run up to the wrong dudes. All right, bro.
Somebody like
I got
Rodman.
you.
Yeah, Dennis Rodman in the league still. It's like Dennis Rodman. He ain't playing with Rodman either.
Shit. Hell, I remember when Melo was going. He was going after KG after the game. So that tells
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
there's some dudes
yeah.
that you
Oh
just
my
like,
goodness, yeah.
nah, 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 nah.
yeah,
Yeah,
about some Cheerios.
yeah. I look at.
Yo,
It's just, what, these cats today, they ain't about it, man. They talk it, but mm-mm. when you gotta
no.
when you gotta really lay it down, nah, man, nah.
Yeah,
Mm-mm. They make a business decision. But
right. It's like too many like fake tough guys, right? Fugazi. That was the word back then.
mm,
Like, he's Fugazi. You know what I'm saying?
Fugazi, yeah, back in the
Fake
day.
tough
That's
guy.
a good.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, today's NBA, like I said, man, it's a finesse league to me. They don't let these guys play like back in the day. Same thing like NFL. It's becoming a finesse league because they want the scoring up and also they don't want too much defense and brawling out there. So that's how they make it. You know what I'm saying? Because offense sells tickets. I guess that's what they want to see. They don't want to see a grudge match. You know, like they don't
Yeah,
want the
offense
they
sells
don't want the
tickets, but
90s Knicks. I know,
physicality wins you championships, man. They
I
win
know.
you the championship, man.
Hey, I know all that, man. But like I
Mm.
said, hey, it's gonna be great. This season should be great for the East and the West. Now you think about the West is gonna be loaded too. The East is gonna. I mean, it's what though. It's good for the league. It's parity is good for the league though. You know what I'm saying? Instead of it just being like one dominant team or with a bunch of like cupcake walking through the. You know what I'm saying? But now this is like
Mm-hmm.
the East is gonna be it's gonna be a what's called a grudge match. It's gonna be a guillotine. You know what I'm saying? The West will be the same way too. So hey, I can't wait for the season to start, man. I'm all about it, man. Like I said, the Atlantic Division, that division right there, those three teams in the division is gonna be it's gonna be great, man. It's gonna be great for the league and stuff like that. I mean, they're gonna get the ratings, and I want to see when they do the schedule how many of these games going to be on TV? You know what I'm saying? Because they put on prime time. How many of these matchups is going to be prime time on TV though? You know that off the rip. We'll see how many games New York get on TV, how many games Boston gets. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
you know,
No,
Well,
what's
I
the
mean, with
what's
the
the
new TV deals, I mean, it's to me, it's well, I mean, because it's all over the place right now. It's not like it's just TNT and ESPN. Who is it? It's NBC. Who is it? NBC, ESPN, and who else?
I think CBS is in there, no?
Okay, maybe it is CBS. I thought it was four though. That's why I could have sworn it was four.
hmm?
Well, I would hope they're not trying to get like Amazon Prime and all them invested in that because that's just getting crazy.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
talking about major networks?
streaming though. It just seems to be the way every big sports program wants to go. Because with the streaming, they just figure that's going to be the money that they can make. But I'm just going to say this: if the Pac-12 ain't teach you, streaming ain't going to be the way.
Right.
I mean, you lost a prominent conference trying to do streaming, and the team said, "Nah, we not about streaming, bro. We out. We going where we know
Hmm.
TV money is where it's at. For everything people say about cable and everything, it's a foundational point, man, and that's where it is. And you can do all the streaming apps you want, but look at where it is: NBC, CBS. Even football at CBS, NBC, and ABC. No, Fox. I'm sorry.
Hmm.
And the Big Ten, in terms of college football, is securing NBC. So it's like, don't y'all realize that that's where it always going to come back to, because that's the foundational piece. I mean, y'all know we grew up. Where was it? CBS,
Yeah.
NBC, Fox,
ABC.
ABC, UPN, and WPIX. And
Right.
that hell, I go back to where it was what you took the TV and changed it to UF.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
You're right. I know.
going way
Don't
back,
don't
but
don't don't forget WWOR or whatever.
yeah,
What was
yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
it was
My,
the
my,
other
yeah.
station?
But that's the point. That's where it's at, and it's like, most people, because that's free access. That's free
Right.
access. So it's like, yeah, everything else you got to pay for. But if you put it on free, people are going to tune in a lot more there, and you're going to get more viewership because that's what it's about. So,
Right.
and that's where, I mean, I know everybody talks about TNT, but, I get it. But hey, where did it come back to? Like you said, CBS, ABC, no, NBC, and now ESPN.
Right.
Right.
So, and that's where, and they're the big money programs. Because wait a minute, Disney has ABC and
E-
ESPN.
yes, they
Yeah.
have.
So,
Yep.
they're going to have their share. NBC, I think, is by itself. And who owns CB? No, no, is it NBC and Peacock are together.
Right.
Who
NBC Peacock all together.
who's with CB? Oh, is CBS by itself?
CBS maybe Boston, but I know ESPN and what's called is together.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Correct.
ABC,
Correct.
yeah, they're all
Correct.
they're all tied into to Disney. So,
I'm sure CBS with somebody. I got to find out now. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean,
but
I'm sure they all be with somebody or
when
something
you
like.
look at all that, that's free access. That's the point. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like
That's regular mainstream
ex-
TV networks. Yes.
exactly. Yes, we want to stream and we can pull up our phones and all that. But let's be real, man. If you got it on, CBS, I mean, being in New York, just like with football, you turn into those TV. Yeah, you watch the later games that are on NBC and then ESPN, but
Mm-hmm.
you want the main meat and potatoes. And that's where, these leagues know. That's why going to Amazon is like, everybody doesn't have Amazon. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Right.
I
put it on.
know Amazon, Peacock, and I know, man, Hulu, all them, Prime, all that stuff, man. Is like those are subscription. You got to pay for those things now. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like it's free.
As
You
I,
know.
as I as I tell people all the time, I said, y'all go with the subscriptions, just like having regular cable. It's gonna come back to regular cable because you're paying for all the different subscriptions with pretty much the same thing you're doing with cable.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, so that's pretty much what it is. And then free access is what we all are used to growing up, and you're
Mm-hmm.
not going to get rid of it. You're really not. Some people may leave, but they'll come right back to it because when prices get too much, free access is right there. And with sports, when you have these major leagues showing it on free access TV, Sunday night, where's it at? NBC Prime. Everybody's tuning in. So you might say ABC on Monday night for Monday Night Football, but Sunday is always on free access TV. And that's
Right.
where it's
Right.
going to stay. So and do what you want to do. Get your little subscriptions on. I get it. I do my little subscription. Don't get me wrong. Regional Sports Network. You could say regional, and in some regards, yeah, it is regional depending on where you're at. But
Right.
the main point is free access is free access. Your local regional, however you want to categorize it, for us in
Mm-hmm.
New York, the Jets and the Giants. Where's it? CBS and Fox.
Right.
Right. Right.
You know, the Knicks. Hopefully, they will come back. Oh well, no, they're not.
Next is
Dolan,
next is
Dolan,
next. Yeah, next is
the
gonna stay
MS,
strictly MSG. Yeah.
Gee,
MSG, they don't get me started because they piss me off because I'm in North Jersey and I can't get fucking MSG because of Xfinity.
I know. No, like
Really? They they
no,
they don't they
Yes,
don't.
for
no.
2 years I cannot get MSG because they are at war and they Xfinity pulled MSG from the circuit. You have to go find some type of streaming or get the. So yeah, I can't. You have to do
Mm,
one of these. The little free sites online that sometimes goes out and
And he's right because when I used to live in Jersey, like Central Jersey, MSG wasn't available. You had to be. I was in Mercer County, but you had to be Central or North Jersey
you
to
had to
get it.
be like in Middlesex County, just that
Right.
area to get
You
it. Yes.
cut it off and give you Philly channels after.
I thought that was just only based on what cable subscriber
Mm,
you use that didn't carry that. Because
no,
most of
No.
those areas, some of those don't they have Spectrum in those areas?
Not where I'm at in Jersey.
yeah,
No. Oh, okay.
Now, if I could get FiOS in my apartment complex, then I could get MSG. But because of Xfinity and MSG are at war because MSG wanted to charge a little bit more, and Xfinity is like, no, we're not doing
I hate
that to our consumers.
Of course, because Xfinity is basically Comcast.
Yes.
that's it's Comcast.
Comcast is basically with the Sixers and so
Hmm.
forth on.
If I was living in Middlesex County, when I
Correct.
lived in Somerset County, I actually could get the Knicks or New York stations and Philly station. But then, when I moved to North Jersey, nah, where I'm at, it's Xfinity, and I can't get MSG for 2 years, bro.
I
two
hate that.
years.
Wow, that's
So it's
crazy.
it's like you either have to go the outside route, or you just, what, if they're on
Right.
ESPN or any other station, TNT, TBS, then I could watch it. But MSG, or
Yeah,
And
you
you don't even
and
like
S and S used to S used to mess with me because whenever the Knicks played the Sixers,
he can
even if
watch
I had the MSG channel, yo, they
they black
would block the game
hmm
yeah,
if it
black
was shown and if they was playing the Sixers at home, they would block the game on MSG.
hmm
right
I was like, yo, what the fuck? I paid for a channel. You tell me they
I was,
could block the
I was like,
game?
are you serious? I was like, no, the game is on. You gotta watch. He's like, nah, I can't watch it. He said with Comcast
and
Xfinity got
that's
something going on with him.
I couldn't
that
even
goes.
see it on a package. I couldn't even see it on the NBA package
Nope, you can't. Me neither.
because
I
they
can't.
blocked it on that too.
And because MSG, I can't go NBA package because of the MSG. So it's
Smart.
just like,
Wow.
in my apartment is not ready for files. So it's just like, all right, I can't watch the Knicks, or I got to do the little side routes where you watch it on the computer, but then sometimes it's always going out, and it's just like,
Buffering, yeah, and
yeah,
all
I
that.
mean,
Yeah.
the only way you can do it direct TV because direct TV is the only one that got
I can't do satellite in my apartment. They don't allow satellite dishes.
no direct TV don't you don't have to do satellite no more. They got where you can do your internet and stuff like that, streaming and stuff like that. You don't have to have a satellite.
Really?
Yeah, you don't have to have a satellite no more. Yeah, yeah. Call them up. They're right. You don't have to have a satellite no more. They offer two, either satellite or they offer streaming. But your internet has to be a certain
Oh, but it's
speed.
streaming. It's streaming. No,
It's
I
streaming.
don't. The one thing I will tell you about Xfinity, man, I got like the one trick. So it's just
Oh,
like,
the super.
yes, yeah. So that's why like when my
You
stuff.
got the 1 gig one.
No, I got one trig.
Oh, that's what I say. So yeah, you can get it. Like I would try it though. Try the direct TV streaming. So try it out on that on
Yeah, but keep in mind if Comcast knows that you cancel sometimes and you go with another subscriber, they'll cut all their cables too.
no. What I'm saying is, I mean, you just need it for the internet service. You could use direct TV streaming. Got all the
Yeah,
stuff.
no, yeah. If I keep the internet, yeah, that's fine. I can do whatever I want with
Oh, okay,
TV. So
okay,
Right.
yeah,
That's,
okay.
he just needs the internet. The one
Yeah, you
trick
just
Right,
need the
okay,
is
okay,
great.
yeah.
Great. So that's what I
Gotcha.
would try. I would try with DirecTV, see how it goes, and see how to stream it. If you like it, if it works, hey, they keep it. You know what I'm saying? But if not, then you always get the Comcast.
Yeah, but
Cable.
I wish I could go back to FiOS, man. FiOS was always the best for me.
Yeah, I know.
But that's
I
also
just thought
because,
they was expensive though, Files.
see, they are expensive. Here's the thing: I used to work for Verizon when FiOS was first coming out. I did the rollout for all the training. I knew everything about it, so it was just like, yeah. But in terms of the quality, sometimes it's like, do you want quality? Then you got to pay for it. So, but
Right.
yeah, they are expensive. I will admit that. So it's like, Comcast is definitely cheaper than them, but yeah, I will say one thing: when it comes to that TV, nope. You can say what you want. FiOS had him hands down for me, where I used to live at. So
I
that's
hear
why I
you on
wish I could
that.
move back to Central Jersey if I could, bro. Call Verizon real quick, and then my cell phone, Verizon. So yeah, I don't change that. Nah, people, nope,
Yo,
Verizon.
hey, yo, y'all hear this on this thing about somebody trying to kill Trump at a rally?
What?
Somebody tried to shoot him at a rally in PA. This says ears.
Try to kill who?
Trump. I just seen it on Twitter too. They arrested the guy. I mean, it's on Twitter. It's on Twitter. I
Oh my
just
gosh! Oh my
seen that
gosh!
in a rally in PA out
I'm
there.
sorry for laughing.
No, I'm just saying. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, no, because when it comes to that, I'm just like, man. Sometimes I'm wondering, are we headed for civil war? Because it
I
just
know,
seems
bro.
so crazy. And
Listen,
look, you ain't gotta like his political views. If you don't like, then do what you got to do. If you believe in voting, if you don't, to go up there. You think you really gonna take him out, man? That's the dumbest shit. I mean, no. Let me shut up. Let me shut up. Let me shut up before I get myself in
Listen,
trouble.
listen.
I just wanted to say that and stuff like that too. But it's just like
Uh,
I ain't just seen that stuff. I was like, whoa, you know what I'm saying?
Cause I ain't been on Twitter, so
I'm pretty sure it's on Twitter. It's like people just like like it's blowing up on there and stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure it's on the news and also CNN, all these news and stuff like that. It's like breaking news and stuff like that.
No, it is. I just turned the news on. It is.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's breaking news and stuff like that. So somebody try to
He was
assassinate.
shot. They said former President Trump was shot with a bullet that pierced his upper part of his right ear.
Oh man, it's
ooh.
like this is getting
Yo, these dudes, he got blood all over his face.
yeah,
Yo, it's on
so
the news.
yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Oh,
Wow.
bro.
And
I mean,
Taj Gibson signed with the Charlie Hornets. Okay,
Who?
Taj,
Taj Gibson.
his favorite guy
Oh
up there to me, your
Lord.
favorite guy, Taj Gibson.
Oh Lord.
He happy to
Dude, just hang up just hang him up already, dude.
Now
Come
you're gonna
on.
now you're gonna say you're happy now because that way he won't come to the Knicks, right? Because somebody got him.
Oh
He's
God.
occupied right now.
And then have Tibbs just be playing the minutes that he shouldn't be playing.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's saying Woj reporting that he signed for 3.3.
He got I got a better minimum 3.3. Man, even
Yeah.
he get 3.3 for a year. Wow.
1 year.
He's a veteran. You gotta give him the veteran minimum.
Oh
10 or 15,
wow.
10 or
People
15.
are saying, "Yo, is the shooting staged?"
Somebody bleeding. I don't think it's what I'm saying. But
Nah, no, nah. They caught him. They caught him, dude. They got him out of there too. And the thing is, they rushed him. And to be honest, I'm surprised this happened in PA because most of the people in PA love this dude.
but not everybody. You know what I'm saying. That's the only thing. These guys are everywhere in every state, man. There's somebody that's not. You know what I'm saying. That could be a crazy dude. I don't know. Mental health issue. I don't know, man. You know.
Boy, it's gonna
Listen,
be
this
crazy now.
he don't come to Philly to do his rallies. He go to those
I
upper
know.
parts. You know what I mean? He be in like Hickville, PA, trying to do his
Rural
shit.
parts, right? He be in the rural
Right,
parts.
like going towards like Ohio type out there.
Oh
You know
yeah,
what I
out
mean?
the Pittsburgh out
You
that
know,
way.
yeah. He really was shot. That wasn't staged.
No, that ain't staged. That's some people saying no, that
No,
wasn't.
but there's people in Twitter saying, "Was that staged?" So
Yeah, but
I'm
somebody bleeding and stuff that it ain't staged, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? As far as like getting shot to or like grazing or something like that, they ain't like they just missed, man. Which is like, man, that's crazy, man.
look, I don't wish death on nobody.
Nobody, man.
Not over politics, man. I mean, come on,
Man.
man. Look, you don't not agree. You don't got to agree with everybody's politics, but damn, I mean,
That's the world. That's the world we
like I
live in.
said, are we headed for civil war, man?
Listen, fellas, everybody just better. If you live in a state that you can strap up, get your gun ready now.
Yeah, because I'm telling you, I already told people around me. I already told like, I just want the next day off from election day because I want to see what's going to happen. I want the very next day off from election day. It's like to just watch all the TVs and see what's going on around the country.
Wow.
No boy, this
Yeah,
gonna
so
be
this is gonna be on all night. This is breaking news all over the place. Like they try to.
Yeah, this is gonna be crazy right here.
But we're gonna get ready to wrap this up, man. So I'm gonna let everybody say their finals. You know what I'm saying? Demi, thank you for coming on, joining on this topic, man. Coach Ed Gladney. Make sure you go subscribe to his channel, Coach Ed Gladney's Amazing World of Sports. You know what I'm saying? Smash hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? Also subscribe to my channel, the Man Cave Podcast, man. Thanks for everybody watching on YouTube. And Twitter was supposed. I don't know what's going on with Twitter. I got to find out what's going on with
Twitter. You can't do it because Mitch even told me, and I saw it. You got to pay. You got to be a premium content
I just seen that
be able to stream it, which is like, yo, man, this is crazy.
They just did it today because we did it the other day. So they just changed it.
So it's just like, yo, I mean, Twitter just Elon Musk wants to try and get paid or whatever the case may be. Look, man, look, figure out a way to stream it on Instagram, TikTok, all the other platforms. All right, fine. Twitter, you ain't getting money from me right now. I mean,
Right, that's what I'm saying. Because I saw that thing.
Right, I hear you.
I was like, what's going on? I was like, you got to be a subscriber to be a platinum member. I was like, huh? I was like,
look, just do us all a favor. Make Twitter a subscription so we can all just say, all right, let me close out my account and move on. I mean, because that's
That's
where it's
it.
going.
That's it. Keep it simple.
right? First was the blue check mark, right? You want a blue check mark?
Yeah,
I ain't paying for a blue check mark.
yeah. Now you got to do all this other stuff. I mean, look, man, cut the bullshit.
Everybody
Cut
wants
the
you to
bullshit.
subscribe.
Man. Come on.
Everybody wants you to subscribe. By the time you look around, everything is going to be like, you're gonna be paying like about $300.
Next shift. What's up, NYG? Toronto Raptor and my brother from another NYG, also known as Javier, who's also a Brooklyn Nets fan.
Oh
So
yeah,
so next shift, Randy, he's a Toronto Raptor fan. So but they're cool. I do podcasts with both of them. Next shift with the pick and roll podcast, as well as we do the full court press where we talk about the WNBA. So and then NYG we do Heart of the City.
sure.
So
The black top, yeah.
the black top, yeah. So definitely. So the good basketball talk, good sports talk. So next shift is an Eagles fan. Go figure. He's in Canada, but he's an Eagles fan.
Oh, dude, these dudes is all over the place.
but NYG is like me, and yeah, we're Giants fans. So
yeah.
so
Brother man, NYG, unpopular opinion sports man. So like I said, Coach Ed, man, tell them where they can find you at, man. You know what I'm saying, on your channel.
You already said on YouTube, it's Coach Ed Gladney's Amazing World of Sports. So this is one of my shows that I do, Reading Attack Sports. So giving my perspective on whatever, from college football to the women's game, it doesn't matter. On Twitter, Skies Papa 72, SKYSPOPPA 72. On Instagram, just like Rakim said, don't sweat the technique. Yeah, so yeah, that's it. I'm old school. I admit it.
Yo,
So
I hear you. Listen.
I gotta be I try to type in there.
it's don't sweat the DA technique.
Oh.
DA, yeah.
Right,
Not
okay.
the
Okay.
DA,
Right.
Yeah, so if you put that in, a lot of times I'm streaming or shooting stuff on there, but most of the time I'm on YouTube. So, and I'm streaming pretty much damn near, it seems like every damn day. So
I know, man.
So, but hey, look, I'm trying
getting that working.
I'm trying to get my videos up and get my sponsors out there because do my little commercials for my people who believe in me. So so that's pretty much it, man. That's where I'm at. So I appreciate all the love and support. Anybody wants to come by, you want to talk college sports, man, let me tell you something. That's my first love, more than the NFL, more than the NBA. I love college sports, especially college football. I'm amped for it. I'm a Rutgers Scarlet Knight fan for decades. So but I'll talk anyone else. It doesn't matter. I know the ins and the outs of college football. I'm a coach, been coaching since 1981, from many different levels, so I understand the game of football. I love it. X's, O's, techniques, it doesn't matter. I'm starting to break down film for kids, giving them the insight, to help them get to the next level. So, if you got kids, whether it's me or some other people that I'm associated with, we'll break down the kids. We don't charge you. We do it for the love. So, we want to see these kids get out there and grow. And, maybe who knows, maybe one day we'll have the next LeBron James, whatever. So, but y'all get my point. But that's where I am. So, and if you want to see the shows, like I said, just tap into me, every day, Monday, pretty much every day. Sunday. Every day. Yeah, Sunday. I got a show. Yeah, I got a show every damn day.
Right, that's what I'm saying, man. He do it all, man. So just tapping to Coach Ed Gladney's Amazing World of Sports, man. And like I said, and also check out the Big Blue Crew. Also, hey, as a new member of the Big Blue Crew, man, hey, I'm on
Hmm.
part of the Big Blue Crew network and stuff like that. Go check out my other, like, my other guys and brothers and stuff like that. Unpopular Opinion Sports NYG, Big Pat Sports Talk, G Nation Inside Sports. You know what I'm saying? Go check out Mac the Giants fan, uh,
Hmm.
Blue in the Bronx. Who else? Knicks cast. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
hey, don't forget really Floyd, the female of the group.
Oh,
You know,
really?
she knows college football. She knows
Yeah,
sports, man. She knows college football, bro.
really
She and
flawed.
she and
I,
she's a
I, I
Colorado Buffalo fan. I'm going to shout her out. She's a Colorado Buffalo fan, and she will
Steelers
talk it.
fan. She's a
She
big
will talk it.
Steelers fan.
And it's a big Steelers fan. Yeah, she is. Yeah.
Makes it
So
really flawed. Go check out her channel too and stuff like that. And what's that one? Zion Zenith.
yeah, Zion Zenith,
Yeah, Wales,
Mac the
Jersey.
Giants, AC Wales. Yeah, it's a network, man. It's
Yeah, man. I mean,
growing.
we cover a whole bunch of different sports, man. It's like basketball, football, baseball, hockey. All that stuff is like so. It's just like a
Boxing. They're
box.
doing leather. I think they're doing leather to the face tonight too with
Oh,
Wales and G
Big Pat.
Nation. I think they might be doing a leather to the face where they talk. They do
Wales.
boxing. They do UFC, MMA. They break it down, man. So if
Yeah,
you're into
man.
it, yeah,
Yeah. So
it's
Wow.
yeah,
Okay.
I mean, I'll shoot their channels to you and stuff on there. You can just look on there and subscribe and stuff like that. You know what I'm
True.
saying? But
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
football season, we're gonna be all Giants and stuff like that. So it's just a lull right now. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna get back to it on there and stuff like that. Right now with the Knicks and you know what I'm saying. But we well rounded, man. It's gonna be well rounded sports and stuff like that. That's all you can expect, man. Hey, if you're looking for sports, hey, we got it, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody on here, man. You know what I'm saying? WNBA. You know what I'm saying? College basketball,
Mm.
college football. You know what I'm saying? So we'll be talking about that stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good, man. We're gonna catch you on the next podcast, man. So I don't know what I'm gonna come back on. Probably next week sometime. I'll see. Honestly, it could be a little busy week next time, but I'll put it in the thing in the queue and stuff like that, man. So until next time, man, we'll check you guys out, man. Thanks for everybody for coming through, man. You know what I'm saying? Showing love and stuff like that. Like I said, thanks a lot for coming through.
No doubt, kid. Yo, fellas, it's good. It's been entertaining. It's been a
Mhm.
pleasure to be on with you guys.
Hey,
Love it.
we just about to go off, man. Half the
El
time.
Oh
Capitan
my God.
Rafael El
It's all good, man.
Fucho.
Thanks for coming through, though, man. You know what I'm saying? But you have to get us on the next stream and stuff like that because we about to go off and stuff
I
like that.
know I just came late because I just doing something with the family and friends because, well, family is first because it has something like a pool day. But
Hmm.
yeah, I know that I just wanted to came out to say shout out to everybody else in the chat
Oh,
and the.
yeah, man.
I know you guys have made like a great points about for the New York Knicks, and I was truly shocked because when I was watching like the playoffs between Knicks versus Indiana Pacers, I mean like
Uh-huh.
this is like a great opportunity to see Knicks in action. But I will ever see like the New York Knicks getting prepared for the action for the next season because after Jalen Brunson extension, boy, there's no coming back right now. I mean, the New York Knicks had all the skills, had all the weapons ready to the get for the season. I mean, there's nothing to compare about it.
So Ralph gets you every time, man. It's like,
Yeah,
hey, Ralph, yo, check out his channel too, man. El Capitan, Ralph Chill. You know what I'm saying? He's a
thank you.
Big Raiders fan and stuff like that. And he does what do you do? Soccer, some other stuff. He do a lot.
Also I do like soccer, basketball. Also coming soon. I'll do like a play-by-play in women's basketball, which is the WNBA.
Hmm. And
Hmm.
he does it in Spanish and things like that. So so you can follow
Oh
him
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
and stuff like that. So yeah, you catch him. Like I said, Raiders. Whoever like the Raiders, he's a big Raider fan, man. So I know he'll be doing Raiders game during the season like
Oh
that.
yeah.
Yo, Mook should love him, huh?
Oh, I know. Yeah, right. I'm
NYG, NYG,
Yeah,
yo, you get
I
it.
know.
He said,
NYG Unpopular Opinion
he
Sports.
said
Y'all
rap get you every time.
next shit.
I know.
Mitch, thanks for coming through. Corey Lee, my brother, you know what I'm saying, from one half of the 718 boys. You can catch him too, you know what I'm saying. I'm talking Knicks and stuff like that on the weekends on Sunday, 718 boys, BOYZ. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
One half of them, Corey Lee and the Boulevard, my other brother. Thank you guys for coming through. Wales, say Tudo. Got to shout out Tudo, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Daniel, Jacob, of course, Coach Ed and G Money, who was on for a minute. You know what I'm saying? He had to get off, but G Money was on here too. Keith Watkins, thank you for checking in. And also Big Pat, man. Big Pat was in early on, stuff
Oh
like
yeah.
that. Because I know he got to do, they probably going to do Leather to the Face or G Nation Inside. So they'll be over there on that stuff, man. But about to be out of here, man. I'll see y'all next
All
time.
right, fellas.
All right. Have a good
All
one.
right.
Deuces.
Peace.
Peace.
Who's got the rocket launcher? I say we blow it up. Now fire that thing.
It's for the city of sports playing with a giant Nick. With my man S. God.
That's him.
You feel the vibe?
That's me.
We going live.
That's us.
That like button shared, you been subscribed.
Stadium.
That MetLife Big Blue, home of the Braves.
Yeah.
That Turnpike you can see, that's where the games play. NFL one day, then it's the NBA. Madison Square Garden, that's where the Knicks play. This that NY Logan, no it don't get broken. Legalize, mean this shit smoking. I'm on topic, dropping another episode. The game winner, trade, maybe a field goal. Everybody right now doing the wave. You tune in, the show called The Man Cave. I see the chat, they always doing their thing. Big views, 85 inch screen. The game's on, you rushing, please. Remain calm, you on the road and chill. Do the watch along. The show's on, the host, you know it's S-God. It's no telling the panel filled with guest stars. You're now rocking with the voice, you know what it is. It's your boy J Boogie. You're now rocking with my man S-God. I support him to the fullest, you heard? My man Mike Blaze. This is Alter Productions. What that mean? We about to alter everything that's playing. Tune in. My man S.G.O.D. Support the show. Subscribe, share it. Most importantly, hit that like button.